Tattoos have long served as more than mere aesthetic choices. They are living archives of our deepest emotions, etched into the skin as permanent reminders of joy, loss, and everything in between. For Kate Beckinsale, the acclaimed actress whose career spans decades of blockbuster action roles and nuanced dramatic turns, her latest inking carries a weight that transcends ink and needle. Just 4 months after the heartbreaking passing of her mother, Judy Loe, on July 15, Beckinsale unveiled a deeply personal tattoo that transforms grief into art, honoring a woman whose influence shaped her life and legacy. The reveal came via an intimate Instagram carousel posted on a crisp Friday, November 21st, a date that now marks not just a social media milestone but a milestone in mourning. Beckinsale, ever the master of blending vulnerability with strength, qualities that have defined her portrayals in films like Underworld and Serendipity, shared multiple snapshots of her arm, each angle illuminating the intricate details of the tribute. At its heart is a full-length sketch of Judy Loe, captured in exquisite detail that evokes the essence of the late television actress. The portrait isn't a sterile reproduction but a loving interpretation, infused with the warmth of memory and the artist's skilled hand. Above this heartfelt image, words scrawled in bold script proclaim "fatherless scum," a phrase that pulses with raw emotion, hinting at layers of familial history and resilience forged in adversity. But the tattoo's narrative doesn't end there. It's a multifaceted mosaic of personal symbols. Nestled alongside the portrait is an illustration of Peepo, the feral fox that has become an unexpected companion in Beckinsale's life. This sly creature, whom she has tenderly fed in her backyard sanctuary, represents a serendipitous thread of comfort amid sorrow, a wild heart mirroring her own untamed spirit. The fox's depiction, with its alert eyes and poised stance, adds a touch of whimsy to the solemnity, reminding viewers that even in loss, life's unpredictable beauty persists. Beckinsale's caption, delivered with her signature blend of wit and wistfulness, cuts to the core. "If everyone would stop dying, I wouldn't have so many tattoos." It's a line that encapsulates the cumulative toll of grief, her body now a gallery of tributes to those who've left too soon. She graciously tagged the tattoo artists responsible, crediting their craft for breathing visual life into her intangible pain. The post's composition is as deliberate as the ink itself. Each photo captures the same hand from varied perspectives: close-ups that trace the lines of the sketch, wider shots that contextualize the arm's canvas, and filters alternating between stark black and white for emotional depth and vibrant color to celebrate vitality. These choices aren't accidental. They mirror Beckinsale's approach to storytelling, whether on screen or in her candid online dispatches. The carousel culminates in a vintage candid shot of Judy Loe, the undeniable reference for the tattoo. In this image, Loe exudes a timeless allure. Clad in a slim long-sleeve top, hot shorts and knee-high white go-go boots, she stands with effortless poise. Perched on her shoulder is Fred, a majestic fishing owl from Malaya, its feathers ruffled in quiet companionship. The snapshot hails from the 1970s British children's fantasy TV series Ace of Wands, where Loe's charismatic presence enchanted young audiences with tales of magic and mischief. Delving deeper into Judy Loe's world reveals a career that, while perhaps overshadowed by her daughter's stratospheric rise, was rich with its own sparkle. Born in 1947, Loe was a fixture in British television during the swinging 60s and 70s, her roles blending glamour with grounded authenticity. Ace of Wands, which aired from 1970 to 1972, showcased her as part of an ensemble weaving spells of adventure for ITV viewers. The series, with its blend of mysticism and youthful rebellion, captured the era's countercultural vibe, and Loe's portrayal of a free-spirited ally added layers of intrigue. Fred the Owl wasn't just a prop. He symbolized the whimsical bonds that defined her on-screen persona. Off-screen, Loe's life was equally vibrant. She married actor Roy Battersby in 1977, welcoming Kate into a home filled with theatrical energy and unconditional love. Kate's relationship with her mother was the stuff of profound, unspoken poetry. Growing up in a household steeped in the arts, Beckinsale absorbed Loe's lessons in grace under fire. When Kate's father, the beloved comedian Richard Beckinsale, tragically died of a heart attack in 1979 at just 31, Judy became the anchor, navigating single motherhood with a fierce tenderness that would echo through Kate's own parenting of her daughter Lily. "She was my North Star," Beckinsale once reflected in an interview, her words laced with the quiet awe of a daughter forever shaped by loss. Judy's death from complications related to a long illness battle marked another fracture, but this tattoo stitches the wounds with threads of remembrance. It's not just ink, it's a reclamation turning absence into presence. In the wake of the post, fans and fellow artists rallied with an outpouring of empathy. Comments sections brimmed with shared stories of maternal bonds and the catharsis of body art. "This is heartbreakingly beautiful, honoring her in such a bold way," one admirer wrote. Others drew parallels to their own grief rituals, from jewelry heirlooms to annual toasts, underscoring the universal language of tribute. Beckinsale's openness, a hallmark of her post-Pearl Harbor era where she evolved from action heroine to introspective memoirist, fosters this connection. Her 2019 book The Fixed Stars already peeled back layers of personal turmoil, including health scares and relational reckonings. This tattoo extends that narrative, inviting discourse on how we memorialize the irreplaceable. Tattoos, in Beckinsale's lexicon, are cumulative cartographers of the soul. She boasts an eclectic collection, from delicate script honoring Lily to bolder motifs echoing her filmic exploits. Each piece tells a chapter, the phoenix rising from career pivots, the coordinates of meaningful travels, the subtle nods to lost loves. This latest edition, however, stands apart in its specificity, a portal to the 1970s glamour of Ace of Wands and the enduring fox-like cunning Judy instilled. Peepo, the backyard visitor, embodies serendipity's grace. In a year marked by global upheavals and personal bereavements, feeding a wild animal becomes an act of quiet defiance against despair. As Beckinsale heals publicly, her work continues to reflect this alchemy of pain and power. Upcoming projects, whispers of an underworld reboot and dramatic indies exploring feminine rage, promise to channel her depth. Yet, in this moment of ink and Instagram, she's not the starlet or the stunt woman, she's the daughter, etching eternity onto ephemerality. Judy's image, owl-adorned and unyielding, whispers that legacy isn't inherited, it's inked one defiant line at a time. In a culture that often sanitizes sorrow, Beckinsale's tribute roars. Grief isn't to be hidden, but worn proudly, a badge of love's indelible mark.